guys! So it's been a while. Last spring I made some videos, but I never uploaded them because I didn't have great internet, and most of them were kind of really negative because I was really sick. But I thought I would make a video today because I was gonna go outside with my horses, but it's raining, so I'm kind of bored and I have a couple hours before I have to go to work. Anyway, ignore that. I have my own apartment, but I haven't moved completely and I don't have a bed yet, and my room is a disaster. Also, I have super patchy, awfully colored hair. I mean, it's a cool color, but it was a really bad dye job. Mostly because I did a really bad bleach job beforehand. But I have my little shaved sides. I'm very happy with my haircut. Yeah, enough with all that. So I think I'm just gonna do like a little update and some positive things, I guess. Of course, most of my videos should kind of come with a trigger warning. I'm going to talk about some behaviors, not in detail or anything, and a little bit about like weight gain, but not numbers or anything like that. Anyway, the other reason I really wanted to make something today was because it has been exactly a year since, sorry, my mom was texting me, exactly a year since I discharged myself from IOP, intensive outpatient treatment, and that means it's been exactly a year since I was in any kind of treatment, besides seeing my therapist and psychiatrist, like, in an outpatient setting. And that's kind of crazy to me because for years I've been in and out of treatment, and then when I'm not, I'm relapsing, so it's been a long time since I've like been in recovery pretty much. But I just kind of wanted to reflect on like where I was a year ago, because sometimes I almost can't believe it, or I can't believe where I am now. Sorry, I'm not sick or anything, I just but anyway, so I wanted to talk about that, I guess. Let's get started with that, I guess. I haven't done this in a long time, and it's hard to kind of like just sit down and talk. So yeah, a year ago I was really sick. I discharged myself from IOP, and because I just wasn't being compliant, it just wasn't worth it, and I think they were just getting sick of me because it was the second chance they gave me, and like, it just wasn't good. It wasn't helpful. And I was also really frustrated because like, I don't know, the people I was with there, like the other patients, were just really focused on certain things, and I kind of got shut down for talking about the things I was struggling with. But that's like a whole nother video that I could do. Anyway, so I discharged myself, and then I pretty much told my therapist and my parents point blank that I didn't want to recover, and I didn't care if my eating disorder killed me. And I made my parents cry. My therapist almost like refused to see me because she's like, what's the point of this if you're not willing to work on it? I was really depressed at the time, and stressed and anxious. The depression part was because when I had gone to inpatient a couple months prior, the doctor had diagnosed me with bipolar, which I don't believe I have, and had taken me off my antidepressant and put me on a mood stabilizer. Now, I'm still on the mood stabilizer, like, that actually is really helpful, but I need an antidepressant. So I finally, like, told my psych provider at home, who's really great, like, I think I need an antidepressant. And she agreed with me that I didn't have bipolar. So I finally got put on that, which did help. But I was also stressed because of COVID. My sisters came home from college, and there were 6 of us in the house, and they can be just, there was just a lot of conflict, like 24/7, and it was just stressing me out to the max and causing me to just want to run away, which meant using behaviors to escape and or just running away, like literally just leaving. I didn't have a job. I had applied for one, but it wasn't considered essential, so they never opened, or they closed when COVID started, right before I was supposed to start working. So I pretty much was completely dependent on my parents, didn't have any money in my name at all. They were completely taking care of me and my pets, and I felt like shit about that. Now, as far as being sick, and this is the part where, like, I can't believe where I was last year. I was just so wrapped up in my eating disorder. There was no mental capacity, like mental space in my brain to think about anything else. I was weighing myself obsessively, counting calories, restricting, binging and purging multiple times every single day. I couldn't eat in front of or with anyone. Like, my family would have dinner and I would sit there with a cup of coffee just to be with them, but they knew that I wouldn't eat with them. I was only eating safe foods unless I was binging. I was exercising obsessively. Like, I just was doing everything in the book, like, really badly. And what blows me away is now, like, I still struggle sometimes. I struggle with purging and restricting every once in a while. And when I do it, I feel so, like, physically like shit, honestly. And, like, I can't believe that I used to do that, like, 24/7. Like, how did my body handle that? Like, what, how? And as much as sometimes I want my eating disorder back, mostly because of body image, like, I'm so strong physically now, and I wasn't like that before. Like, I was anemic, I was just a hot mess. All my hair was falling out. Like, it was a bad time. And I am glad that I am healthy now. And it took me a while to be okay with the word healthy. I think a lot of people can relate to that. But I can say it now and say that I am glad that I'm healthy. Of course, as far as body image, I wish that I could be healthy and strong, but be in a smaller body. Because I have gained not a ton of weight, but I gained a bunch of weight in kind of a short amount of time once I started to choose recovery. And I knew that I needed to do that, and I'm now at a healthy weight, because I wasn't before. But I kind of hate it. And it's been getting worse now that it's getting warmer, and I'm trying on my summer clothes again, and they just fit differently than they did last summer when I was smaller. So that can be really upsetting. Like, I just kind of hate my body right now. But I haven't accepted that, but I distract myself and kind of ignore it for now because I know that I need to. And I don't really let it influence how I'm eating and what I'm doing. So anyway, when I started choosing recovery, so I got a job that was considered essential at a convenience / gas station. They're really only in New York and Vermont, so they're not commonly known. But I got that in May, and I was still pretty sick by then. But in June, I was kind of like, this is making me miserable. My eating disorder is making me absolutely miserable. and I don't like this, and I want to recover. But it was really hard. It was hard to choose that every day for myself. Like, obviously, I wasn't in any kind of treatment, and it's hard when, like, no one's around to tell you what to eat or when to eat. No one's around to watch you go to the bathroom. Like, it's not controlled at all. You have to choose every single minute to do it for yourself. Like, no one is there telling you what to do, because I was living with my parents, and if I asked them for help or support, they obviously give it, and they're good at giving that, but they also know that, like, I don't want them telling me what to do. Like, I'm 25, like, they can't control me, and I don't like it when they try to control me. And we've come to the kind of that understanding. So anyway, I had to start choosing it for myself, and it was really, really difficult. I was still using behaviors pretty much all summer. I relapsed with alcohol abuse just to kind of escape my emotions, and was just kind of a mess. But I was doing really well at work. I went from part-time to full-time because my manager really likes me, and I was doing a good job. And then I also was promoted to shift supervisor in like October, which is great. It is stressful and anxiety invoking sometimes, provoking, I should say. And I get kind of frustrated with some of my coworkers and customers sometimes. And recently I've been struggling with trying to, like, let go of things I can't control, and also let go of my anger a little bit, because it's really only hurting me. But anyway, I started full time, and I was really motivated, and for years my therapist has said, like, you know, living with your parents and sisters is a little bit toxic, and it's harder to recover in that, like, environment, because you go home and you're so, like, stressed about it and upset about it that then the only thing you feel like you have an option to do is use behaviors. So I was really motivated to move out. My aunt has an apartment, a basement apartment, and she had originally offered it to me in May, but I didn't really have a job or a car yet, so I was like, I can't take it. Like, I'm sorry, but thank you. So she got a different renter, and he only had a 6-month lease. So she was like, once I got a job, she was like, whenever his lease is up, you can definitely have it. So I was looking forward to that. His lease was then up in January. And I bought a car in September, completely in my name. I pay for everything, and it feels really good. It was a lot of freedom that I haven't had in a long time, because I had my own car for a couple years, but I had to get rid of it in 2016. Yeah. Anyway, so that felt really good. And then in January, I moved into my apartment, and it has really motivated me to keep working on recovery and keep going forward, because I know for myself, if I relapse hard, and I end up having to go back to treatment, and that would mean losing my job, and that would mean, you know, not being able to afford my apartment or my car or my horses, and I just don't want that to happen. The other motivating thing was that my best friend, who is also my cousin, got pregnant in the spring, and she has really struggled with infertility, had 2 miscarriages, so it was really exciting. There was a lot of anxiety because of the miscarriages, but she had the baby in January on the 16th, and she's pretty much my niece, because we are so close. My best friend, the baby's mom, and me. And yeah, that's been, like, really exciting and motivating too, because, like, I want to be here for her. I want to be a good role model to her, and I don't want to, you know, end up in treatment and not be able to see her. So yeah, I mean, since January, things have gone up and down. There was a lot of frustration at work, some really crappy coworkers, especially misogynistic, egotistical males, who kind of treated me and like my coworkers who are females kind of crappy. That's gotten slightly better, I guess, or I've gotten better at handling it. When I do use behaviors now, part of it is the body image part, but part of it is just like having these overwhelming emotions that I still am having a hard time expressing in healthy ways because like I haven't done that in so long and I kind of don't know how to, and I get really overwhelmed, and sometimes it feels like the behaviors will, you know, help with that. I have been clean from self-harm for about 2 months. I don't remember exactly. And also clean from alcohol. So that's good. Behaviors are like way less. Like binging and purging is like maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, which is a huge improvement. Not counting calories, not keeping track of things, only doing exercise because I enjoy, like, you know, being outside, riding my horses, going hiking. Like, that's for enjoyment, not to change my body at all. I do weigh myself, not every day, every once in a while, which can be triggering. So sometimes I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do that because I know it's just going to send me into the spiral. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. The winter was really hard. It was just a long winter, and it was colder and more snowy than it has been in a while. Like, it was freezing cold and windy almost every day, like 10 degrees or below, and it snowed like 3 feet twice, and then snowed almost every day for like weeks, and we had like so many feet of snow, so much ice. Like, I couldn't do anything with my horses. It was too cold to really be outside unless I had to be. And I was just so depressed because of that. Like, if anyone knows me, they know, like, I need to be outside. I need to get that time in nature pretty much, or I just don't feel quite like myself. And then finally, like, a week or two ago, it finally warmed up, the snow melted, but then it kept raining or getting really windy or cold again on my days off, so I didn't really get to enjoy it. Finally, this last weekend, it was gorgeous on my 2 days off, and I got to spend time outside, and that's really helped my mood. But yeah, I guess that's my little update thing, and I do want to make more videos because I like doing it. And as always, I'm sorry, because I just talk. I don't edit them. I just film them on my phone. I don't really have the time or energy to learn how to do that, or, you know, do it with a fancy camera or anything like that. I don't really have a computer that can edit videos. So yeah, I might keep doing this. Hopefully next time my room is in better shape. And then once I have all my stuff moved, all my furniture, because I really don't have any furniture, maybe I'll do a little apartment tour, because that would be fun. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And and I have much better internet and service now, so I should definitely be able to upload in a timely manner, which is going to feel really good, because it was a pain in the butt to do it at my parents'. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say, and I will make another video sometime. Bye.